Good morning. This is Team Nirvana, and we have our project HarmoniX, which is a guitar and ukulele tuning app. Our team members are Rhea Datta, roll number 4, Snehal Ghosh, ID 6, Saptarshi Poddar, 7, Riddhiman Basu, ID 24, Monsij Mukherjee, ID 35, and Pramit Bhattacharya, ID 36. As we know that this project is based on design thinking, and here are the phases of design thinking. First phase is empathize, which is the technique of interview, shadowing, journey mapping. It signifies the and helps designers connect automatic, emotionally and rationally with user needs. Then we have the second phase of define. Define where we define our point of view, and its significance is it sets direction and scope for ideation and ensures alignment with user challenges. Next, I would like Rhea Datta to elaborate more on this slide.
I'm
Yeah.
Riya Datta and tell you about the rest of the phases of design thinking. So then there's ideate, which includes techniques like brainstorming, what's possible idea, mind mapping, etc. Its significance is that it encourages out of the box thinking and explores all possibilities without judgment. Then there is prototype, which can be anything like paper models, digital sketches, role plays, etc. And its significance is that it makes ideas visible and testable. And lastly, there is test, which is iterative, and its significance is that it helps refine the solution based on real world insights.
It's me, Saptarshi Poddar. This slide highlights the significance of design thinking in solving modern day problems. Firstly, it encourages innovation by fostering creative thinking and helping teams come up with novel solutions rather than just improving existing systems. Secondly, it helps solve complex issues, especially wicked problems like climate change or mental health, where neither the problem nor solution is clear. This approach is already making an impact in sectors like healthcare, education, and public policy. Finally, design thinking is applicable across various domains. It's domain agnostic, meaning it can be used in tech, nonprofits, and even government. For instance, companies like IBM and Airbnb have used it to improve user experience and drive innovation.
I am Monches and I'll talk about the human-centered nature. Firstly, we have to understand people where deep user empathy is central. We have to keep in mind who they are and what they need. We need to think beyond functionality, consider emotional and psychological and social needs. We need to be focused on the users. Every idea or solution must add value to the end user. It must involve the community, stakeholders, users, and communities that are active collaborators, not passive recipients. Ensures solutions are inclusive, centrally sensitive, culturally sensitive, and sustainable.
I'm Pramit Bhattacharya. The next slide would elaborate on how we are using this design thinking concept to develop our own musical string instrument tuning app. So in the first phase, since this model is focused on deals with directly with the users, so in the empathize phase, we'll do a user research where we conduct interviews and surveys to different kinds of instrument players, starting from beginners, intermediate, and professional. And from that survey, we can observe how they are currently using the app to tune their instruments. Maybe they are using some app or some external tuners. And we will then identify what are the difficulties they are facing, which we found, the major we found were the beginners were struggling to recognize the pitches of the strings. Some of them experienced environmental noises in the existing apps. So in the next phase, we'll make our own problem statement, which would focus on dealing with these problems that the current users are facing. So our problem statement states that users need an intuitive and accurate way to tune their string instruments using a smartphone without requiring any musical expertise or external tools. The next phase under the ideation phase that will come under the first point is auto detection of the string being played. So when the user is playing any string, the pitch will get auto detected, and the UI would be extremely user friendly. Any beginner could use it, and there will be a noise filtering algorithm. The next will be there will be visual aids that would help the extreme beginner players who are using the app. And to take it forward, I would like to call Ridhivan to.
Hello, I'm Riddhiman Basu, and the next few steps would be prototyping and testing. To summarize prototyping, we will have some wireframes and mockups and interactive prototypes. So for wireframes and mockups, designs users flows for tuning guitar and ukuleles, accessing guitar modes and switching profilings. For interactive prototypes, we used tools like Figma and Adobe XD to stimulate the tuning experience even without back-end processing. So prototyping allows us and the stakeholders to test the users and give early feedbacks before heavy coding begins. Next, coming to the testing phase, we have usability testing, feedback collection, and iterating. For usability testing, we ask the users to complete the tasks like tuning a string, changing instruments, or navigating through the settings. For the feedback collection, we gather insights on clarity, responsiveness, and user satisfaction, which is very important. In the iteration phase, we make improvement based on the feedbacks. For example, improving the visibility of pitch indicators or simplifying the onboarding setups. So, to summarize, testing ensures that the app truly solves user problems in smooth and enjoyable way. With this, we would like to conclude our PowerPoint presentation, and I would like to request Snehal to present our final report briefly. Okay, so with this, we conclude our video presentation. Thank you, sir.